In this video, you're going to learn about Amazon's mega drop of the PlayStation 5 for the worldwide launch date of November 19th. And we're also going to talk about the Walmart drop of PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, also coming up at 3 p.m. Eastern Time on the 19th. So as early as 6 a.m. Eastern Time, you can be a PlayStation 5 owner. Subscribe to the Linus Wilson channel where we give you the secrets to get the console that you want. We also talk about sales by Costco, GameFly, Microsoft Store, and PlayStation Direct, which seems to be doing weekday sales of the PlayStation 5, but they seem to be getting harder. Let's get into it. So we had a huge day today for the console sales. There were a lot of sellers. Not a ton of happy buyers, except for at PlayStation Direct and Target. But it started out with Target, so whoever was up at 2:15 a.m. Eastern Time, I think Pop Games was doing a live stream then, and at Cheeto Gaming was up too. And so a lot of people got, and at PS5 Sales, who I believe is in England, but he wouldn't tell me. He wouldn't tell me what country he was in. They were up, so England's 5 hours ahead of the East Coast, and they got some PlayStation 5s from Target. So I didn't even think Target had any stock to sell. So it says scheduled to arrive the 23rd. So this is from at JDXNY. Okay, and so there were more. This at Victor Luis, and he's getting in-store pickup, something maybe on November 18th, right? So that's today. And Wario was asleep, but there are a few people awake. Dell did not come back despite what the contradictory customer service rep said. It's already the worldwide launch time. Europe is already on the 19th, and so that's the day when the PlayStation premieres in Europe and most of the rest of the world. So there are only a few select countries that got it on the 12th, like the US and Canada and Australia and New Zealand. The other things, we got this report about the launch of the PlayStation in Japan. That was also a country that got the launch of the 12th. And it said that the PlayStation 5 sold fewer units in this one store, I think, than it did for the PlayStation 4 over the first 4 days. And the Xbox Series X and S also sold fewer units than it did in 6 days. So the speculation from places like Bloomberg, who also reported on this report, was that both Sony and Microsoft just have tighter supply constraints, and that's why these things are selling out. They sold out in Japan. There's of course selling out here in the U.S. It's just they had fewer units to sell. So Sony is grappling with inadequate supply as it tries to introduce its new consoles to 65 nations, doubling the 32 that the company covered with the PlayStation 4. So maybe in the primary nations, such as like the Japan and the US, they have less supply to go around there because they're trying to cover all these different nations. And there was a Costco bundle in the morning that went up. Of course, people are still walking into Target and securing Xbox Series X's. You need to use Pop Finder or My Store for Spot app. So we do have that launch day. I believe it's going to be 6 a.m. Eastern Time for the European Amazons, and then for the UK Amazon, it's going to be 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So if you want to take advantage of that, you're going to pay the sticker price before shipping's probably, and I don't think your Amazon Prime applies. That you're going to pay what is it? About $600 because the euro price is $4.99 and the euro is worth $1.2, and the UK price is like £4.50, and the UK pound is worth $1.33. So it works out to be about $600 before shipping, and then you probably could expect another $50 for shipping, I would guess. That's my guess. You see what it is. It's if you're getting tired, right? If you're getting tired of all this, I think it's a decent option. It also allows you to say, hey, I didn't pay a scalper, right? And that is the price that's essentially the price that people in the UK and Europe are paying for the PlayStation. So, you're kind of paying the world price. We just are lucky that we get a discount here in the United States, but that also means that it's sold out in the United States. So, something to keep in mind if you're willing to get up. And then, and I'll just repeat that you can use the US voltage, so that both the Xbox Series X and PlayStation, although it's only the PlayStation that's going up in Europe and UK, they have a different figure 8 plug. You can use the figure 8 plug on your PS4. You can buy one from Amazon for $10. It's not a big deal, really. It's lower tech than actually side mounting or even top mounting your PlayStation 5, because for the plug, you just need to plug it in. It's really easy. For the, it's like using a charger cord or something like that. I mean, it's not a technically advanced thing. Whereas, like, for the mounting of the PlayStation, whether you side mount it or vertical mount it, you need to get out a screwdriver. That's actually harder than changing out the plug. And then, so we got this Costco bundle in the morning. Not a lot of people got that. That went up pretty quick, and I think sold out pretty quick. And then we had a very long, extended period where the Microsoft Store was live, but not many people were able to check out with the Xbox Series X. I did get some confirmations of the S, but boy, it was hard to find somebody that actually bought the X. So I don't know how much. And the other problem was they were getting it like in late December or early January. So the Microsoft Store is not a great option for the Xbox Series X. Of course, walking to Target is probably better. Figure Hut went live today, $230 over MSRP, with an $800 bundle, so that's close to the scalper price, really. But that sold out. It had an extra controller. And then Walmart put on their website first, and so that's when Wario and others picked up on it. But later on, they tweeted out that they're going to have PlayStation 5s on November 19th at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, of course, people are really worried about Walmart as Botmart, right? That really not a lot of my followers did very well at the Walmart PlayStation 5 drops, especially the multiple drops on launch day, like 12, 3, 6, and 9 Eastern. So not many people, I think, are really positive on this Walmart time, because they're announcing a time, and there's like no evidence that they're going to do anything to stop bots, which can check out in like fractions of a second instead of seconds. compared to actual humans. So thank you to @finest Sacktowns for this very funny GIF, I don't know. And then, right, the S was up for kind of a longish time, and more people got it, and even in Canada, people got it. And but the ship date was quite far in advance. Let's look at Un Monstros here. It says it doesn't say her ship date, but they some were as late as early January, and some were in late December. iKirkhouse site is still up, I think. I don't know. It's going to go live pretty soon. Okay, so this person got an X. That was the only one I could find. So maybe they were just changing their inventory. And then BJ's, which said that they were going to go live at midnight on November 20th, had this weird tweet, and I just don't know what it means. Due to high demand of the PS5, we're unable to confirm details. Keep checking back on BJ's, and we'll make available to members as soon as we can. Confirm details of what? You're replying to your own post about curbside pickup, right? That's their curbside pickup post, which seems kind of random to apply to, but at Kristen782477708 says, she deleted my tweet. I asked if she would be able to assist with us giving some PS5 launch information. That's what she replied. So I don't know if she deleted the original tweet, which is from November 13th, and that was actually to C.Turbo, not her. Hello, the PS5 is going to be available for online purchases. It can only be delivered and not picked up from a club. The PS5 will be available on 11/20/20 at midnight. So I don't know if that's going to happen or not. Right, so more pictures of people getting their Xbox Series X's from Target. This just went on for hours, really. With the Microsoft Store, I think they were maybe just churning stock and maybe had some maybe they were like canceling orders that they had not shipped or something. I don't know. It didn't seem like they had much in the way of the X. And the people that bought the X on launch day from the Microsoft Store had a December 23rd ship date. So very different situation than at PlayStation Direct. So this is cool. We got to see somebody that bought from Nebraska Furniture Mart, which is kind of a regional retailer. So this poll was taken. Most of the people that saw this, I'm sure, saw it before PlayStation Direct dropped, but the plurality thought that PlayStation Direct would not drop today when I put the poll up 3 hours ago. So I guess it's 8 p.m. Eastern when I'm recording this. And then GameFly went live, right? And that was pretty cool. And at least one person got GameFly. So GameFly, I don't know that they had any Xbox before, but they had an Xbox bundle. I think it comes with 9 months of GameFly subscription, which is that if you're an old guy like me, you remember when Netflix used to mail you DVDs, right? Before they went all digital. Well, GameFly is still mailing people discs, right? So it's a video game rental, a physical video game rental, and so it's a service that you subscribe to, right? Kind of like used to subscribe to Netflix before it went streaming. So you get 9 months of their service plus Watch Dogs Legions and another controller, I think. So at cat2214955545. This was not up as long as, the sale for the PS5 that GameFly had was up for a long time. And GameFly did say they didn't have any PS5 stock, so that was surprising they went up today with the Xbox Series X bundle. But they're one to keep in mind. Okay, so this gives you the time differences between the UK and CEST, Central European Summertime. So there's a 2-hour time difference. This is 11 p.m. versus 1 a.m. CEST. So that means that even though the UK goes up an hour earlier local time because CEST is 2 hours ahead of the UK, that means that the EU Amazon stores go up. And I think you're going to pay about $600 before shipping, and maybe you get paid $50 more. Maybe you'll pay a few more taxes too, some import duties, according to Amazon. But if you're going to order from somebody internationally, I think you could do a lot worse than Amazon. And then we got the queue. We thought we were not going to get the queue. We did get the queue. I was a bit late to the queue. I did not get through the queue until they sold out. I think they started stocking maybe 30 minutes in the queue, something like that. And so a bunch of people did get it. The question is, do you get through the queue more quickly if you're the first one in the queue or not? And I suspect from these programmers, right? So, and the nice thing was at the end, they updated us, right? PS5 consoles are out of stock for the day, right? So here, the person who gave Wario this picture, if it was Wario himself at Wario64, that person had not got through the queue before consoles were sold out. And while the queue was going on, Costco put their bundle up again. Right? But most people did not. People said it was like a minute. There were people that actually had it carded, were on Costco all day, could not check out. But Brian Aguilar told me he did secure the 639 Xbox Series X bundle. So maybe this was the morning. What was it? Yeah, so maybe that was a morning bundle, but nobody I know of got this gaming bundle here. So and then so several people did. So PlayStation Direct still seems like the most reliable place to get a console. It seems like it's harder to get one, this week than it was last week. It's just my take on it, that the last 2 times I've not been able to see it in stock. But maybe it's because I was late. Maybe if you're on it, then you'll get in. And so I think that, tomorrow, I think the big action is going to be Walmart and see what the Amazon gives you on the launch days. I'll try to wake up early enough, which is like 4:30 a.m. my time, so we can talk about the European stuff, because I'm just interested in it. But maybe I'll sleep in. We'll see how it goes. But I think that you stand a better chance of ordering from Amazon in the UK and in the European countries such as Spain, France, Italy, and Deutschland, which is Germany, than you probably do with Walmart. That would just be my take, that there's just more consoles to be had on launch day, and then after launch day, it just gets a little thinner pickings. It felt to me like it was harder, just a lot harder for my followers to get things post launch day. We got lucky with Dell the other day. You know, a lot of people got lucky with Target today. People got lucky with Target with the walk-ins. But it just feels a little tougher, and I really think that the sales in Thanksgiving week will be tough. They'll be tough to get, right? I think Best Buy is going to be tough. I think Walmart's going to be tough. I think GameStop is going to be tough. I'm not sure if BJ's is going to go live. I think there's going to be opportunities, but I don't know if they're 10% opportunities. They might be 5% or 1% opportunities. So that's why I think you should, think about the Amazon thing. The estimated ship dates were like the 25th to the 30th of November for the Amazon accessories. So that's favorable compared to a lot of the other ship dates I think that are out there. I'm Linus Wilson. Subscribe.